VAC Live is real, and it's already in Counter-Strike 2. Not only will matches be ended when a cheater is found, but offenders can potentially be banned the moment they are reported. It might be the least sexy of all the new changes coming to Counter-Strike 2, but it might just be the most important, and the most expensive. And after finally seeing it in action, we've got quite a few questions. So it's been about a week since we got that big CS2 update, and I speak for everyone when I say it's been so much fun watching everyone play Mirage. But aside from all the gameplay changes we saw was, in my opinion, the biggest update coming to Counter-Strike 2. VAC Live. And from what we've already seen of it, it's fucking crazy. Now, weeks ago I did a video talking about the rumblings of Valve's new anti-cheat we were getting from data miners. And in that video, I extensively spoke about how big of an issue hackers are in CSGO and why an overhauled anti-cheat system would change everything. And well, it turns out all the data mining was legit, because Valve has announced that VAC has been updated to ban players in real time. In their update, they said, quote, "VAC will now live ban and gracefully terminate the match at the end of the round, unless it was the last round and the cheater lost. The match will not affect any participant's skill group, and players that were not lobbied with the VAC banned player will earn their XP for the match." Now, for a second, I thought we'd have to hold off on doing this video because we wouldn't have had footage to show it off, but silly me. This is Counter-Strike, so obviously people were cheating already, and obviously we saw VAC in action. And while the matches do end gracefully, as Valve suggested, the banning part, to say it's abrupt would be an understatement.
Olha.
Yes, the fucking millisecond that Buddy reported his opponent for hitting a 1-deke through the smoke, he was blasted out of the server and given a vacation. Now, though many commented on how funny it was, others pointed just how impressive and potentially scary this new tech is. If this player was in fact cheating, it changes everything. No more frustration, no more second guessing every death you have, no more wasted time. If they somehow weren't cheating, then it's concerning. False bans are obviously a thing in online games, and Valve is no stranger to handing those out. The question is, with something this powerful, will it lead to a staggering amount of that occurrence? Or is it truly sophisticated enough to be infallible? At this point, Valve has yet to release any more information on the details of VAC Live, but given its importance, I'm sure they'll dedicate quite a bit of marketing towards it. Just don't expect them to explain exactly how it works. For obvious reasons, devs try to stay pretty tight-lipped when it comes to their anti-cheat software. They don't want to give out anything that might tip off someone with nefarious intentions. So, for the time being, all we can really do is speculate. One option is that VAC detected the account as being a bit sus already, and they were just waiting for a report to hand out the ban. But if this software is as powerful as we think it could be, once the player was reported, VAC did a live check, found something, and then banned the player. And as a Valve pen tester said in the replies, this seems to be the case. There has been quite a bit of discourse recently about the things that Valve are taking from Valorant to be used in CS2. And while I'm guilty of propagating this as well, in the case of this anti-cheat being similar to Vanguard, I don't think it matters whatsoever. If a game is fun and satisfying, the only thing that players ask for is a competitive environment where they can trust the results of every gunfight. And improving things like tick rate and anti-cheat are the best ways to do this. And for Valve's sake, I hope it works out, because as history shows, this shit is very, very expensive. In an interview conducted by A16Z Games with Raidbase, the new studio built by the co-founders of Valorant, the OG designers detailed just how costly these quality of life improvements are.
So we never saw Valorant as a feature fight, except that there were certain features that were so important, we called them table stakes, like anti-cheat. Again, I had quit every shooter because of cheating. We wanted to invest more into that than anyone else.
How hard is that?
The hardest.
How expensive is that?
Literally tens of millions of dollars.
Wow.
If anyone is making a shooter without the full force of a big company, I wish you the best.
This just highlights how big of a commitment things like VAC Live and sub-tick servers are. It's likely that without these features, Counter-Strike 2, with its existing improvements, would still be a very popular game. but choosing not to puts everything at risk for Valve. Believe it or not, VAC was pretty revolutionary for its time, and I'm sure it cost millions of dollars to create and operate. But just like the 60-tick servers, it's starting to show its age. As the Valorant founders also said in that interview, developing a game these days is not a battle of innovations. Almost everything has been done before to some capacity. The true battle is the commitment you have to offering your player base an experience that is as smooth as possible. Are you willing to put the time and money in, or are you just going to ride on the coattails of your IP? Well, with the progress already made on VAC Live and the Subtick servers, it seems that Valve is 100% committed to that pursuit. And I hope to God it works out. Unless someone's blatantly hacking, then obviously like I'll report them. But if someone's like super sus and people are calling them out, I usually will just be like, someone else will report them. I don't want to be the person that dogpiles on someone. But at the same time, those people could also be smurfing. And in both cases, I mean, see you later.